tavern down the cobbled road, where the lanterns gleam with a warm, soft glow. The ruby Mad Hatter, with a twinkle in his eye, greets every soul with a heartfelt cry. Welcome to the tavern, pull up a chair, grab a mug of ale. Don't fireball my goddamn tavern, I swear! From fantasy realms to sci-fi fights, we're all just stories in the flickering light. The tables are crowded with tales untold of dragons vanquished and treasures of gold. Retired adventures to which viewers unite, sharing their legends deep into the night. Welcome to the tavern, pull up a chair, grab a mug of ale. Don't fireball my goddamn tavern, I swear! From fantasy realms to sci-fi fights, we're all just stories in the flickering light. There's the elven archer, his bow now hung, a cyber soldier whose last war was won. Wizards and rogues, warriors of old, all trading their yarns as the night unfolds. Welcome to the tavern, pull up a chair, grab a mug of ale. Don't fireball my goddamn tavern, I swear! From fantasy realms to sci-fi fights, we're all just stories in the flickering light. So raise a toast to adventures past. In the ruby Mad Hatter's tavern we found home at last. From the darkest dungeons to the stars so bright, we'll share our dreams in the fire's light. Welcome to the tavern, pull up a chair, grab a mug of ale. Don't fireball my goddamn tavern, I swear! From fantasy realms to sci-fi fights, we're all just stories in the flickering light. We'll share our dreams in the fire's light. Welcome to the tavern, pull up a chair, grab a mug of ale. Oh my goddamn tavern, I swear! From the darkest dungeons to the stars so bright, we'll share our dreams in the fire's light. Welcome to the tavern, pull up a chair, grab a mug of ale. Don't fireball my goddamn tavern, I swear! From fantasy realms to sci-fi fights, we're all just stories in the flickering light.
Under shadows, grim eternal night, sits sorcerer, curses fate. Lightning crackles through the air, empire rises, powers gate. Eyes like embers burning red, crazy whispers echo loud. Evil flows in every breath, darkness covers me like a shroud. Force lightning in my veins, chaos reigns, I feel no pain. Empire calls, I heed the cry, dark side's glory in the sky. Whispers of a broken past, madness fuels the empire's night. Eclipsed by greed, I feel the blast. Every wound another rise. Dark seduction pulls me close. Empire's dream is my only goal. Heartless fury I impose, empty soul yet dark and whole. Force lightning in my veins, chaos reigns, I feel no pain. Empire calls, I heed the cry, dark side's glory in the sky. Starlit skies are all alone, alone. Shadows cast from moon's bright throne. Lightsaber hums in quiet zone. Bounties high on tracking low. Danger lurks with every step. Blaster ready, never slept. Hollow bounties, targets kept. Galactic credits, all I get. I'm the hunter on the night. Silent sniper out of sight. Hollow bounties, targets kept. Galactic credits, all I get. I'm the hunter, I'm the night. Silent sniper out of sight. Tracking targets, hit the light. In the dark, my aim so tight. Speeding through in spaceship fast. Laser fire, it won't outlast. Energy cells in my grasp. One shot down, the die is cast. Speeding through in spaceship fast. Laser fire, it won't outlast. Energy cells in my grasp. One shot down, the die is cast. Foes they claim I'll meet my end. Never happens, not my trend. Mercenary, no pretend. Universe, I'll just defend. I'm the hunter on the night. Silent sniper out of sight. Hollow bounties, targets kept. Galactic credits, all I get.
Evil Ruby, Mad Hatter's life. On Twitch we sail, come join the dive. With games and chat and tales untold. In Ruby's realm, let the fun unfold. Oh, Ruby streams with laughter bright. By the glowing screen we set our sight. From fantasy realms to atheist fight, every stream is pure delight. Evil Ruby, Mad Hatter's alive. On Twitch we sail, come join the dive. With games and chat and tales untold. In Ruby's realm, let the fun unfold. On the ocean wide, in the game raft, we build and float through the stormy draft. Gathering scraps, crafting our craft. In Ruby's stream we share a laugh. Evil Ruby, Mad Hatter's alive. On Twitch we sail, come join the dive. With games and chat and tales untold. In Ruby's realm, let the fun unfold. With a hat so mad and a heart so grand, Ruby guides us through this digital land. In the chat we cheer and make a stand for the finest streams in all the land. Evil Ruby, Mad Hatter's alive. On Twitch we sail, come join the dive. With games and chat and tales untold. In Ruby's realm, let the fun unfold. So hoist the sails and spread the word. Rubies live, haven't you heard? Join the crew, be undeterred. In the Mad Hatter's world, we all get stirred. Ruby, Mad Hatter's alive. On Twitch we sail, come join the dive. With games and chat and tales untold. In Ruby's realm, let the fun unfold. rubies live. Haven't you heard? Join the crew, be undeterred. In the Mad Hatter's world, we all get stirred. Heave-ho, Ruby Mad Hatter's alive. On Twitch we sail, come join the dive. With games and chat and tales untold. In Ruby's realm, let the fun unfold. Dark cloud of shadows rise, destiny in your eyes, galaxies in chains. The force pulls you near, whispers of fear, darkness wins again. Feel power surge, life on the verge. Sith will dominate, planets to desecrate. Sabers in the night, red light burning bright. Victory always near, planets to desecrate. Thoughts pause from near, whispers from near. Darkness wins again. The force pulls you near, whispers of fear. Darkness wins in me again. Sabers in the night, red light burning bright. Victory always near, planets to desecrate. Sabers in the night, red light burning bright. Victory always near, planets to
Alright, hi guys! Welcome to Tabletop Tuesday, where basically myself and my partner in crime over here, right there, Candid Gamera,
Hello.
we talk about nerdy shit while I play some sort of game in the background. Today's game is going to be Rimworld, because I finally got it working. Unfortunately, it doesn't have the Twitch toolkit yet, so you guys can't purchase problems for me.
At least not in the game. You are still welcome to terrorize him with facehugger.
Yeah, facehuggers, fireballs, all that jazz. Have a good stream. I'm lurking away as I get something to snack on my friend. Dude, eat. I'm sure Ann in the kitchen will whip you up something good. All right, it'll be hearty. I think we have a nice venison stew tonight.
Sure, we'll say it's venison.
Yeah, we're gonna say it's venison. Don't ask what it really is. let's just say some adventurers brought it in, and we're not asking questions.
Well, as long as it's not sentient
You know
meat.
what's sentient?
Yeah, it's not sentient. We also have we have infinite cow meat.
The infinite cow.
We have an infinite cow meat. What happened was a wizard decided to fuck around with a cow and a troll, and gave the cow regenerative powers.
Adorable.
So we can keep hacking its leg off, and it grows back.
There's still some debate in the kitchen about the morality of that.
We're still debating the morality of this.
As you should.
It is a good, but until a decision has been made, the golems keep hacking.
Actually, once I started giving it something that made it so it didn't care about anything anymore, we're better.
Yeah, it is getting painkillers.
It's spoiled rotten.
Yeah, it's spoiled rotten. It doesn't give a shit when we hack off a leg. It's just like, oh, hey, I get my leg hacked. I don't feel anything, and I get a treat. Awesome.
As I was trying to tell you, there are no bullets left in this gun, you see?
Well, I mean, cows are relatively stupid creatures, so maybe that's fine.
And we don't have to worry about the wizard experimenting with any other animals. Because the second animal he attempted to experiment with was a moose.
That went
And I
poorly.
imagine that experiment
We
ended
warned him that was a
poorly.
bad idea.
That experiment ended with the wizard's corpse on the antlers being galloped through town. Hey, Rays. How's it going? And Jersey Hermit. And why is it Fireball on the top? Of course. Damn it.
We told him not to experiment with moves.
We told him not to experiment with anything dangerous.
As I was trying to tell you, there are no bullets
Nope.
left in this gun, you see.
No, he decided to take on the tapeworm.
Yeah, the tank work.
Observation. This is a great opportunity for slaughter.
So some quick announcements before we get into our wonderful
Bears don't
discussion
wanna
stuff.
Challenge the fucker. You don't mess with it.
Yes, hon. We have our sponsors. The links are down below. That's Shockbite Gaming Servers and W Energy Drinks. If you're interested in any of the Discord communities I'm a part of, all of them are now down below. All of them. Okay?
I've thought of a wonderful
Present
present
for you, Angela.
Oh boy!
Despair.
Sorry, I'm playing Minecraft and I just got a loot pinata on a epic wither skeleton
On your
guy.
knees. I want you to beg. for
Apparently I'm not allowed
forgiveness.
to do my Sephiroth voice. Anne says no. But yeah, let me scroll down real quick so I can see it on my screen. Let me get the display capture up. Come on. Oh, we've officially joined a team, by the way, camera.
Oh,
We're a part of the
Welcome,
Veiled
traveler.
Syndicate team.
okay.
Welcome, Sakurai Club
As I was trying to tell you,
Metalloid?
there are no bullets left in this gun, you see.
I hope I'm pronouncing that right.
Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
Welcome to the tavern. Grab yourself a mug of ale, pull up a chair. Don't fireball my goddamn tavern. Alright, anyway. So we have Bot Squad over here, the About Us page.
Observation. This is a
W
great
Energy
opportunity
Drink,
for
Custom
slaughter.
Install Games, Failed Syndicate, The Garden, Pantry, NSCW, and Bullet Fam. There you go. And then, of course, these sound alerts here, which are all free. Alright? Alright.
However, don't piss off the cook for everybody's.
Yeah, don't piss off the cook or we all die. Sakai-ri. Sakai-ri.
Zach,
No.
As I was trying to tell you, there are no bullets left
It's
in this gun.
S-A-K. Sakai-ri. Fucking... Damn it, why is... Alright. So a couple of things we're gonna get into. Other announcements, I forgot. We're still doing... You are the Twitch Fairy. Okay. I mean, we serve the Fae here. As long as, you know...
The
they're
Twitch
get contracts
Fairy.
with my clients.
Yeah, try not to make any contracts with our clients. At least do so outside the tavern, preferably. Fine. Yes, thank you.
Roll zone.
Yeah, this is supposed to be a neutral zone. You guys, you know, if the Celestials and the Fiends can, you know, not go at each other immediately upon walking into my place, I'm sure you can go at least 10 minutes without making a contract. Just a thought. Alright, so we still have Stellaris Eterna, Season 3. We're getting ready for that. I do reserve my royal right to cause mischief here in your channel. You wouldn't be any different than anyone else who walks through my goddamn door. I mean, half of them are pyros, for Christ's sakes. Anyway. So if you want to put your faction into our next sci-fi game, please, by all means, fill out the form to the best of your ability, and we will, you know, work you into the game somehow. All right. Speaking of which, Gamera, you saw the video for the next. I think it's a story pack. I don't think it's an expansion. It doesn't look like it's.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
Yeah.
So it's just like the celestial weather stuff.
Yeah, it looks like that's mainly what they're focusing on. So, That looks interesting, I gotta say. Did I pick the wrong one? No, I picked the right one. Okay, there we go.
Sorry, I lost your audio through Discord there for a second.
Oh, I need to fix you, too. Because the chat box is covered.
Yeah, I could not hear you there for a second.
There we go. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Excellent.
Can I add mine and my brother channel to watch, or what do you mean by you and your brother channel? I am not sure what you're going on about. Hey, Fury. But yeah, no.
Oh, as factions.
Oh, as factions. Oh, yeah, you can add your channels as factions. That's fine. You are allowed to make as many entries as you want. All right? There's nothing saying you can't do multiple entries.
Every syndicate in the city wants your head on a stick.
As I was trying to tell you,
Question,
there are no
if
bullets left
two
in this
druids
gun,
have
you
an
see?
argument, is it still considered a beef? Not always. Depends on what form they're in. God damn it, you guys are trying to drown me now. Alright, 2 big slugs of water.
As I was trying to tell you, there are
Oh,
no
Papa
bullets
Ho
left
is
in
here.
this gun, you see?
Pyro has arrived. Yes, Papa Ho has set fire to the tavern again. Yeah, yep. Oh, God. There we go, fireballs galore. So yeah, no, the next expansion pack is Galactic Weather.
Yeah.
And so here's my thought process, because I looked at their time frame for when they're going to be releasing things.
Yeah.
So I have a caveat on what we're going to do with Star Wars, if you're going to be okay with it. Which is, let's start skipping the side quests and focus strictly on class and planet story missions.
Okay.
So that way we can get through the game a little faster. And
I have no problem with that.
all right, and then here's my thought process. When we finish chapter 1, then we'll switch to Stellaris.
Okay.
So that way, we'll finish chapter 1, we'll do Stellaris Eterna Season 3. How are we doing tonight, Ruby? I am alive. I've been having a pretty rough couple of weeks, and my brain is not completely functioning on all circuits. Either way, so I figured we do Stellaris Eterna Season 3. However long that takes. And like you said before, like what we had happen with Stellaris Eterna Season 2, if there's an update, we will roll back unless the update doesn't affect the game.
Right, yeah.
If it doesn't affect the game and it's just some quality of life shit, I'll leave it be. But if it is like, oh god, you know, things aren't working anymore, we'll roll it back.
Is there a way to just, like, flag a game in Steam to not update?
Yeah.
We could just do that.
I mean, that's also a possibility. The only problem is, like, we'd have to pay attention to every update to make sure that, if it is something that really helps us, you know, like, stability-wise, we can still do it.
Yeah, and if one of us noticed, hey, an update came out that actually fixes some shit, we could, you know, go ahead and choose whether or not to apply it.
Right, but after we finish Stellaris Eterna Season 3, then we do Chapter 2 of Star Wars, and then go back to Stellaris. Basically, back and forth.
Sure, unless we want to, you know, put in something else in the rotation as well.
Oh yeah, well naturally. That's on, I'm just saying, like, for now as like a placeholder.
Sure.
Yeah. Like, blood shoot us in teeth.
Well, I started playing that and I got frustrated because apparently it is a twin stick shooter, and my brain does not like twin sticks because I'm trying to do two different directional things with my brain at the same time. Because basically in that game, one stick is your movement and the other stick is the direction in which you are aiming.
Is the add colonist button not working for you, Papa? Okay, that's a little weird. Let me double check that.
I thought you said the Twitch integrations weren't working.
No, this is add colonist. It's a channel point redeem.
Oh. Does that depend on the Twitch integration stuff?
Unavailable. Why does it say unavailable? Give me a second. Manager unpause request. Here we go. Give me a second. Did I not finish yesterday's? Let me see what's going on. Give me a second. Of course, there's scuff. No, everything is good. It didn't show up there, so let me see what's going on here. The colonist. Words of this type are not currently available to viewers. Why?
Is it because the Twitch integration component isn't working?
I don't know. There we go. I unpaused it, so that should work now. Alright. No, Twitch integration should have nothing to do with a channel point redeem thing.
Okay, I just don't know how then the channel point redeem gets translated into game action other than through the Twitch integration.
Well, what happens is if someone redeems it, I'll notice it, and then I will have to manually put the person in.
Ah, see, that's the part I was not getting.
Yeah, I will manually put the person in, depending on what they pick for their race, determines, what they get. In this case, we're going to make an android for Papa Hollow.
Beep boop.
Okay. Papa Hollow. Oh, God. I hate it when you do that. Why does it keep undoing it? I love this game when it, wants to behave. Alright. Let's see what kind of hair we're gonna give you. No, not... I know I have one in here. There we go. We're giving him a mohawk.
Classic.
Yep. Alright. With Papa Hollow, let's see. I know there's one that is... No, the Pyro isn't here for Android. Oh, that's unfortunate. Maybe it's a trait. Yep, Pyromaniac. There you go. Alright. Well, he is a Zelda guy. So let's go with Combat Model. And... Drifter. We'll go Combat Model Drifter. Because that fits Link.
I mean, Link is definitely a kind of drifter. I see that.
Okay, someone in it didn't know how to fill it out. I don't understand a lot of it. No, it's fine. Fill out what you can. The most important thing is the very thing at the bottom where you put in the story. Because then I can work with what you put in as a story and make it more accurate. Alright. Link is blonde, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, no, we'll go with bright yellow hair. There we go. Alright, let's see. We get construction, cooking. Okay, let's see what we got. We know we want to give him some combat skills. Link's not good at medicine.
No, he has to almost entirely depend on fairies for his health care.
Yeah. It keeps giving me like a low passion for medical. I think that's probably because of combat model. Yep, it's combat model. You get +4. Where a fairy race appeared out of nowhere, it costs money to pranks, help people, like to give people. Okay, so you want me to make a fairy race? Got it. We're making the fae. Okay, no, animals is good. Construction, well, I mean, if you go with Tears of the Kingdom, that makes sense. Cooking also applies. That definitely applies to Link. And he is artistic, because, you know, he plays music. So, there's that. Let's see. What are we going to go with this case? We'll make him super immune, because Link almost never gets sick. And he eats all kinds of horrible things.
This is true.
There's an iron stomach around here. I know it is. Not healthy. I know there's an iron stomach. Neurotic. Where's... I know you exist because, like, there is a trait that allows you to eat anything. And you don't get that sick. Oh, hey! Sakari, I believe, yeah. Thank you for the subscription! Oh, I like you. I'm gonna keep playing with you. Oh, no! Thank you for this sub. Enjoy those free emotes. Enjoy not having to deal with the goddamn ads. And I appreciate you using some of Bezos' money to help fund my life. I could swear it was Iron Stomach. It might be something else. Cannibal. What is it? Voice breathing. But by the way, quick question, Papa. Are you gay, bisexual, or asexual? Just so I know, so that way I can make sure your sexuality is at least put into your pawn. Is it Gormont? I think it might be Gormont. Nope. His wife does not go around food. Steadfast, nervous, volatile, neurotic. Very neurotic, industrious. Very much straight. Okay, I don't have to deal with that. Got it. Cool. Robot, fisherman, Feyblood. Let's see.
Try and get people accurate.
I try to get at least some traits of them accurate as much as I can. So there is that.
Sim. Not Sim.
Sims. Yeah. I am looking for this. I could swear there's something. There's absent. Temperature intolerant. Wait, I see it. Iron stomach. Aha, I found it. Alright. For a combat class, I'm going to go something with blades. Because that makes sense with him. Because, let's be honest, Link is a melee monkey.
I mean, he's handy with a bow, but yeah.
Yeah, he prefers blades, I've noticed. So we'll go with... Alright, so Gamera, without knowing what each of these classes are, I'm going to give you 4 options. Or a few options. We got Bladesman, Blade Master, Blade Dancer, and Legendary Blade Dancer. We could also go Rune Knight, if you want to go with that. And I believe somewhere in here is Paladin.
Now, Rune Knight sounds magical, and Link does use some magical abilities.
This is true. That's why I was like, do we want to go with that?
That could be intriguing.
Yeah, but also the same thing with Paladin. Paladin uses magical abilities.
Yeah, but I've never thought of Link as like a holy knight.
Okay, we'll go with Rune Knight. Let's see. Link is a quick learner.
Yeah.
Let's be. He's also nimble. He's very nimble on his feet. And maybe Brawler? What's Brawler do? Nope. Brawler is minus 10 shooting.
Oh, yeah, no.
Let's go with Tough, because Link takes a bit of a beating. No problem,
Takes a
Ange.
licking and keeps on ticking.
Yeah, no problem, Ange. That's fine. Unfortunately, Papa Hollow, we couldn't give you any of the extra upgrades over here because we haven't researched them. All right, so we're going to print. Now, normally, we would have to sit here and wait a ridiculous amount of time with all these resources, da-da-da-da-da, but since you paid for it, boom, we'll let you exist. All right? Maybe? Game? Game? What the hell?
Hello, game.
Oh, there we go. Now he exists. Oh, not allow. Turn off. I want you to turn it off because the last thing I need is for it to eat power. Alright. Welcome, Papa Hollow, to the colony. Alright. He will not put out fires. That is the downside of Pyro. He will never put out a fire. With that being said, let's see. What do I want him to do? Let me see his skills again. What are your skills? You're good at cooking. You're good at construction. You're okay at plants. You're okay at crafting. I feel like I want to give you definitely cooking and butchering. Make you the cook. Make you not hunt for now. But I will say you can fish if you're not cooking. Training is definitely going to be a thing. Link has an obsession with cutting grass. This is also true. So instead of growing, we'll give you harvest and plant cut. Then we'll do repair, construct, and deconstruct at 3s, so that way you will consistently do that. The hauling will be at 4s. Same thing with cleaning, transporting, and mortuary. Same thing with these skills. The crafting skills I'll put at 3, just to be safe. And that's it. He needs to have a hatred for chickens and breaking pots. I don't think I could do that in the game, but I can try my best. I mean, technically, butchering is you're killing animals. Link does that.
Yeah.
Somewhat. Alright. Oh yeah, I forgot. Nursing is okay, as long as you don't have a negative in the thing, because that just means you're feeding people, caring for them, make sure they don't die. Alright. Alright. So you're going to go for that. What weapon do I have in melee that is the best? The Sky Steel Battle Axe. Alright. And for ranged, what is my best bow? It looks like it's going to be that one. It looks like I can't equip it, though. I could pick it up.
Is this oil?
Yeah,
Yep,
I'll just let him
that's
get
oil. Jesus.
Got some helm, and now he's gonna go cook a fine meal. Alright. Huzzah. And we'll set this owner for the Drifter Papa Hollow. Alright. So with that being said, there are some things we're going to talk about today while we're playing some Rimworld. The first thing is the Twitch update. And from a IT standpoint, what good and downsides it has. One of the good things is, yeah, it encourages people to interact with each other more. That's not a bad thing, I feel. But there's the problem that, and I think Gamera, you agree with me on this, it automatically starts on. You have to opt out every stream, not opt in.
Yeah.
And that is
and I'm going to be honest. Yeah, any feature should be opt-in. Like, I don't know why companies are still doing opt-out shit, except that they just want to force you to engage with the new features.
Yeah, not a fun time. From an IT standpoint, this is kind of problematic because, God forbid, you forget to opt out, you're going to get flooded with invites. And that's kind of a problem. Now, this does not mean that they can automatically join your stream and mess up your stream any more than they already can in chat.
As I was trying to tell you, there are no
But
bullets
aside
left
from
in this
that,
gun,
it is
see?
relatively safe.
Observation. This is a great opportunity for slaughter.
You know what?
Now, of course, you mentioned that this replaced the hosting feature, though.
Yes, this did replace the hosting feature.
Which seems like it had some different use cases. And honestly, I probably would have recommended them do both. Like, if you're going to add this new feature, that's great, but also keep around the old one, because it does a different thing.
A lot of people seem to really enjoy the hosting feature way more than this feature.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, the hosting was on the streamer's part.
Right.
Of all the Mad Hatters, you are my favorite, Ruby. Hooray! I'm the favorite Mad Hatter.
He's the rubiest of the Mad Hatters.
Oh, yes. But either way, I don't think this is a good feature. I feel that it should be opt in, not opt out.
Right.
And that there are better things they could have done to really encourage people to collab with each other.
Yeah.
Because collabing is not something you can do on the fly.
Right.
It does take some work. It does take some setup. You have to vet the person you're interacting with. That's important, especially if you want to protect your community.
Right. Yeah, you could have totally different standards. You might be doing like just normal gamer shit, and they might be running, hot tub meta.
The Inferno goes, I wonder when your arch nemesis, the Sapphire Mad Hatter, is going to come along. Fun fact, there is, with this similar design, I have a character named Red Jack. Alright? He shows up in my games occasionally, and he's the character that you can make a deal with.
Do not make a deal with Red Jack.
Shush, woman!
No, you are asking to get your life fucked up.
But Red Jack is one character. He has a sister named Blue Jill. And the interactions between them are amusing. Yes, you can message me on Discord. You have a proposal. Someone's trying to make an offer. Okay, let's hear this offer. Tell me your offer, child. Yes.
Khajiit has wares if you have coin.
Yeah, Khajiit has wares if you have coin. Alright, so while we're waiting for that, there's one thing I want to mention about the Rimworld setup here. Alright? The background story I picked was called, Escaped Android. So every character in this colony so far, except for Kevin's the only human, is an android. Alright? We ended up capturing Kevin when he tried to raid us and we recruited him. We've put him to work. He's not a slave, he just works with us. He's treated just like every other colonist is. But yeah, Maverick and Rosa are escaped androids. They were part of a sick television show game where people were hunting androids to the death. Think Running Man meets, Blade Runner.
Blade Running Man.
Yeah, Blade Running Man. Yeah. And you're kind of in the thing. So, Stockholm Syndrome? Kind of. When he raided us, we did convert him to our religion by imprisoning him and talking to him constantly. And
Monsters.
And then, yeah, Papa's like, I'm glad I picked Android now. Yeah, there's actually more than just human, android, and robot, by the way. There's several xenotypes in this game, including wolf people, cat people, pigmen, something called Huskars, which are basically like space marines addicted to drugs. So, like, combine space marines with, I guess, the Jem'Hadar.
I was thinking of the Rift's juicers.
That also works. That's you're in the right ballpark. Anyway, so we captured him. We converted him to religion, and then we recruited him. Which is what Maverick is off to do now, is to feed a meal to somebody, and oh, we're on maintain only with you. Can you have mining construction? Yes. Let's convert you. We have our own religion, though. It is a fluid religion, which means the more people recruit, the more we can change it, things of that nature. It's called the Cooperative. We are a collectivist group. We like research. Drugs are for medical only. Androids are respected. Execution's okay if they're guilty. Slavery, alien slavery is abhorrent. Normal slavery is abhorrent. Female clothing is pants and shirts. Male clothing is pants. Cannibalism is horrible. Eating aliens is abhorrent. Work drive is tripled. Blindness is bad. Child labor is disapproved. Corpses are ugly. Fungus is not tasty. Alien races are neutral. Diversity of thought is neutral. Insect meat is not good. Nutrient paste is not tasty. Scarring yourself is not cool. Putting people's heads on pikes is not okay. Sex is free, which means you can have sex with people outside your spouse, essentially. No one cares. Organ use is acceptable. It's okay to harvest, buy, install, and sell organs. Mostly I'm using that for criminals. Women are allowed to have one spouse, men are allowed to have one spouse, and the marriage name is random. Sent an offer. Okay, let's see what we got here. Callian, I haven't seen you in a dog's age. But we have a ethical leader. We have a moral guide. Oh yeah, our religion is ethical. It doesn't believe in gods or anything like that. It's just, we have a code of ethics. We kind of follow it. We have an adoption ritual, funeral. We have Christmas, cure disease, summer festival, and a fall festival. And we have a book where the escapist wrote off his knowledge, a shattered sword of something that he broke, a melee weapon that he broke in his escape, and a relic pistol somewhere on the planet that he used to escape with. Our colonists who are of this religion like ranged weapons. Alright? They do not like melee weapons. So, sadly, Papa, you're always going to be slightly less happier than everyone else. Because you're a melee guy. But that's okay. Yes, you are here. Alright.
Let's see. Do I want to cut down these nether trees or not?
Alright. But yeah. So there is one faction I will not make friends with. And that is, where are you? These guys. The Imperium of Nusmi. Those are the guys who kidnapped they're a faction. How do I put this? They're the outpost guys of the people I escaped from. So I will not make friends with the Imperium. Everybody else, I might try. Gonna work now. Much love. Kiddos ready for a fit change and bed. Good luck. Alright. Now that I've talked about Rimworld to not ad nauseum, how about we talk about a different game, Gamera?
Sure.
So if my calls gets unhappy enough, he'll just start random fires. That's a higher chance of possibility, Papa. And that's Borderlands.
Ah, yes.
The movie. I actually went and saw the movie. I didn't see it in theaters. I was able to get my hands on it through another method. And she usually goes to bed pretty easily. We're lucky in that regard. Yeah,
You.
my wife is not happy because my son does not go to bed easy. But according to what I've looked up so far, and I might be wrong, all right, the movie had a $120 million budget. All right, that's how much they spent on the movie.
That sounds right. I mean, there are lots of names in that cast.
All right, now how much do you think this movie made this past weekend?
I'm gonna guess 30 million.
Lower.
15.
Lower.
5.
Lower.
Less than $5 million in its opening weekend?
Yes.
Oh my god.
To be precise, it's roughly a little over $4 million. That's all it made the opening weekend, supposedly. They have not released the official numbers from what I can see yet.
Oh, wait. Okay. So this last weekend was not its first weekend.
Yeah.
Okay. So its first weekend was 8.8 million, but then it had a record drop off to week 2.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Hang on.
Yeah. Yeah. It is a disaster.
So 8.8 the first weekend, and then 2.35 the second weekend estimated, representing a 72% drop, which is the worst drop for a live-action wide release this year. Wow. It opened at number 4 and dropped to number 9.
Yeah. Okay, and the villain they went with doesn't exist in the games.
Okay.
Or correction, he never appears in the games. He's always in the background, though. Right?
Right.
So, one of the best villains in the Borderlands series is a character named Handsome Jack. Dude has charisma. Dude has jokes that are hilarious. He is a great villain. They were stupid as hell to not put him in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Because everybody was just like, we know what his story is. We've seen his story in multiple games, because he's in like 2 or 3 games. We would have been fine with a retread of his story. His story is good.
Yeah.
But no. The guns looked like they were fucking repainted Nerf guns.
Uh-huh.
Well, reasonable, given that that's kind of how they look like in the actual game.
It's not really. They were really bad. Like, I swear to God, in one scene, I swear I could see the word Nerf on the side of the fucking gun.
Wow.
Like, it was that bad. They got 40 to 60-year-old actors and actresses to play characters in their 20s.
Yeah. I mean, that bothers me less, because you can always say, well, for this version, the character's older. That's...
Yeah. I would normally...
But still.
Yeah, it's really bad. Yeah, no, Callian, don't do it. It's not worth it. Watch something else. Anything else. This is bad. The CGI looked like it was made in the early 2000s.
Woohoo! Well, after they spent the money on those actors, they probably just didn't have the money left for good effects.
Yeah, no, the CGI looked like it came from like the early 2000s. There were even more celebrity cameos than the original cast, like the main cast. There were a bunch of others.
Okay.
None of them were used right. In fact, one of the characters is named Moxie, is her name, all right? She was, in her history, a lady of the night.
Okay.
All right? And then she ended up, getting older, taking over a bar, as you do in a Western kind of styles situation.
Sure.
All right? The actress they got to play Moxie looked less like Moxie than one of the extra stand-ins that was standing right fucking next to her. Like, I looked at her as like, is she trying to play a trick on us, and that's really Moxie in the background? It's like, like the fuck?
Right.
Which Moxie was known to do that shit in the games. So I was like, okay, that would be kind of cool. That would be true to the character. Nope.
Wow.
It's like, fuck. Krieg didn't talk that much, which is both good and bad, because Krieg doesn't talk much in the games, except to say unintelligible gibberish.
Sure.
Like, one of the lines I can remember off the top of my head is, like, he'll sit there and shout, I got the shiniest meat bicycle!
Okay.
Stuff like that. He's got a mental illness that makes him, when he tries to say something, it comes out something different.
Okay.
And you find that out with his trailer, that he is just, it's just the way he is. In his brain, he's sitting there going like, hey, this woman saved your life. She's beautiful. She's helpful. Don't fuck this up. Don't fuck this up. And then he just goes like, I have the shiniest meat bicycle. And the woman just goes, okay, he's odd, but I mean, welcome to Pandora. Everybody's weird. And kind of just shrugs.
Right.
And like the voice in his head's like, close enough. It's like, fucking. But they made Tiny Tina and Roland the same height.
Big black man versus preteen or barely teenage girl.
It could have been made brilliant. Yeah, no. I seriously looked through the credits of the movie to see if Uwe Boll was involved.
Ooh, there's a name that takes me back.
Alright, for some of you who do not know who that is, Uwe Boll was a European filmmaker who found a tax loophole in Europe for art, saying that if you were to make art and the art is not profitable, these countries...
Specifically movies.
Well, not just movies, because they also did certain other forms of art. But it was mostly used for movies. It was like movies, plays, musicals, stuff like that. And they said, if you didn't make your money, you would get a tax write-off for the money you lost in your endeavor to encourage you to make more art. To basically improve your trade. Alright, which is not a terrible idea. By the way, fuck you, Papa Hollow. Uwe Boll saw this and then proceeded to use it as a tax loophole to save himself millions of dollars. Because he would buy the rights to some sort of video game, make a movie off it, put as little money into it as possible, and then basically lose a shit ton of money because it wasn't profitable, and then use it as a tax write-off.
Yeah, I mean, basically, the incentive there was if it did succeed, he'd make money, and if it didn't, he'd have the tax write-off, so he wouldn't really lose money.
Well, no, in this case, he would still make money, because his other business endeavors would get the tax write-off.
Well, I mean, yes, but, you know, a tax write-off seldom makes you money. It basically offsets losses. But if you can do some creative accounting, you can use it to, I guess, make money in different ways.
Yeah. That's what he did. So that's Uwe Boll, all right? I'm honestly surprised Uwe Boll's name was not on this fucking film. Though the guy who wrote it is also the guy who was the primary producer. And I think
was that Eli Roth?
I think so. Borderlands movie writer. Yeah, Eli Roth.
Okay, so he was the director, writer, and producer?
Yes. Directed by Eli Roth, screenplay by Eli Roth, story by Eli Roth. Oh no, he wasn't one of the producers.
Okay. Still.
Yeah.
This is Eli Roth's baby.
Yeah, and
now
he fucked it.
Eli Roth is mainly known for kind of schlocky but generally entertaining horror movies. That's kind of his bag. And he's I'm going to be honest, I think he's kind of mid.
I never really liked this shit.
I've seen a few of his things that are decent, but like, I don't know if you remember the movie Thanksgiving that came out last year, the horror movie.
Yeah.
That was his, and it was based on a gag in the 2007 movie Grindhouse with Quentin Tarantino and Robert Rodriguez. They basically did a double feature, and then they had a bunch of their director buddies make fake trailers for fake movies that didn't exist, almost all of which have now become real movies. And Thanksgiving was Eli Roth's entry in that.
Yeah.
I think Hobo with a Shotgun was another one that was a fake trailer there that later became a real movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, Eli Roth should be okay in a horror context, but I don't know if he's just a big Borderlands game fan or what the fuck. What made him look at this project?
He never played the games.
Then I don't know why he bothered.
Mainly because when he got the rights to do the Borderlands movies, Borderlands was popular because I think the third Borderlands had just come out, like Borderlands 3, and everybody thought it was great. Everybody loved it. They thought it was like, this is a pretty good game. This is not as good as 2, but it's still good. And it made, it didn't win any game awards, but it got nominated for quite a few.
Right.
So he saw it, and Callion's right. He thought it was going to be a good money grab. Because he figured the fans would come and see the game, or see the movie because they love the game. Problem solved. The problem is, much like the Halo idiots who made the Halo show, they never played the game. The writers, and this is the thing, I feel like there should be some sort of rule or law or something that says, hey, if you are making a movie or show off of a video game franchise.
Or book.
Oh, no, I'll get to the book in a second. A video game franchise, you need to play the fucking game. Or at least have someone on staff who has.
With the cojones to tell you you're...
Alright?
I think that the company that owns the video game, it shouldn't be a law. I just think that the companies that own the video games, when they look for someone to make the movie on their video game, should say, hey, have you played this? Do you know anything about it? Here's a simple 5-question quiz for you to answer to prove to us that you know what the fuck our game is about.
Yeah, if you can't, then you don't get our fucking game.
I did see that I guess the CEO of the game company that owns Borderlands, which I forget which one that is, was telling people like, oh no, it's a great movie, you should go see it, but it doesn't affect our plans. We're not dependent on the revenue from this in any way. It's like, you're trying to have it both ways there, dude.
Yeah, who owns Borderlands? Take-Two Interactive Software. That's what owns it. But no, it was just...
But, when I heard that... Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. The thing is also, for me, that the same applies with books. And, good examples of where people who don't know the source material and are writing books and movies for it, Borderlands is one good example. Another one is The Witcher, the new Witcher writers. They've never played the games. They've never read the books. And they fully admitted this. So it's like, why are you in charge of the story if you don't know how the world works?
I mean, some of that you could presumably cover with, just a story Bible, here's the groundwork, but, yeah, you ideally want someone who's actually had exposure to it, who enjoys the material, because that joy will come through in the writing.
Now, to give you an example of where that happened with The Witcher, for instance. Hey, Lizzie Borden. Dancing little zombie dude. And penguin. Or ducks. Dancing ducks. The Witcher had Henry Cavill.
Yep.
Henry Cavill was a big Witcher fan.
Didn't he almost miss his audition because he was
No,
playing the game?
he almost missed his audition for Superman because he was playing World of Warcraft. He had raided the previous night and almost slept in. Yeah. Yeah, no, Henry Cavill is straight up the king of the nerds. Like, Jesus Christ. Go ahead.
I have issues with Henry Cavill, but not germane to this discussion, so.
Fair enough. But he knew The Witcher, and one of the things that got him removed from the Witcher cast was he kept arguing with the writers because they kept wanting to go too far off of canon. Callian says it's really a shame when companies sell the rights to their games to someone who is not a fan because it never turns out well. I agree they should have a questionnaire or something to see if they know what they're... It's not anything about the game, or at least have played the game, or to get a feel of the characters. Yeah, that's fair. I agree that there's... It should be in almost every contract for, like, video games, movies, and shows. Halo's another great example of that, where they screwed up Halo, the show, real bad.
Yeah, I didn't pay attention to the show, but...
It was bad. There was kind of like a short film that was done that was pretty good. It was called Forward Unto Dawn.
Mm-hmm.
And that was done really well. I liked that. It definitely respected the source material. Callian, it's 1 a.m. here, so if I do not make sense, sometimes that is why. Hey, if you need sleep, get some sleep. Travelers are begging for that. Some silver. They're not part of any faction, so technically I could kill, arrest, sell, harvest them without any diplomatic consequences. Alright, let's see what they got on them.
I don't know if you heard about this, by the way, but Amazon has announced a new anthology series, sort of like Love, Death, and Robots on Netflix. That's going to be, it's called Secret Level, and the concept is each anthology episode will take place in the extended canon of a video game, but it's a different video game each episode. So the one that I heard about today was Space Marine 2. So the Games Workshop has partnered with Amazon, and they're going to do this one episode of Secret Level about Space Marine 2.
That could be cool.
Yeah, and I like an anthology format. It gives us more chances to explore things without having to develop an entire series and really risk fucking up canon. Could be a good way for some people to get some exposure to different games.
All right, their stats are okay. They're not great stats, but they're decent. The thing is, these guys are... Hey, Charlex, thank you for the raid! Papa says another great example of not so great movie based on a game, Doom with Dwayne Johnson. That is a great example of a fuck up there. Oh my god, that was really bad. Same with Wing Commander. Wing Commander wasn't as bad as Doom, but it definitely wasn't great.
Honestly, video games have more misses than hits, in my opinion.
I agree. The original Mortal Kombat was pretty good.
The original one's not bad. I'll give it that.
I'm not gonna say
and
it's great.
honestly, the Street Fighter movie is good bad. So I'll give it that.
It's so bad. It's like slightly humorous.
I was talking with someone online about it just the other day, and I was like, carrying that movie on his back killed Raul Julia.
Yeah, pretty much.
I think the term you're looking for is campy.
Anne says the term we're looking for is campy. It's like, yeah, it is campy, don't get me wrong, but it is just...
Like the Evil Dead series.
She says it's like the Evil Dead series. Except the Evil Dead series is kind of good.
It's so bad it's good, kind of thing.
No, it's just good.
Yeah. No, like, Hunt.
Evil Dead series is not bad.
See, the problem with the Evil Dead series, your analogy, Hunt, is they went for that campiness on purpose for Evil Dead.
Correct.
They did not go for that campiness with Street Fighter.
No. Street Fighter's main problem was that it was Jean-Claude Van Damme coked to the gills.
Yeah. My good Christ. It was... I do not understand sometimes how some of the people in that film got through it without losing their goddamn minds. I don't know. It's just weird. But no, the original Mortal Kombat, it's an okay movie. I wouldn't call it great. I wouldn't call it bad. It's just, it's a movie. I can go back and watch it again and not feel bad. I can be like, yeah, it's kind of silly. It's kind of enjoyable. Mortal Kombat Annihilation, on the other hand, is...
Yeah.
What's everyone's thoughts on the new Crow movie? I really like the original. I'm not sure what to think about the new one, bringing out, considering the history of what happened in the Crow. I don't know.
I mean, I haven't seen the new one. Is it out yet? I didn't think it was out yet.
I haven't seen the new one yet. But the thing of the matter is, it's like, The Crow is one of those movies where I don't know if you could remake it, in all honesty.
I think you'd have to remake it in such a way as to try and differentiate it, do something different with it.
Better to remake some of the originals. It should be done.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. Other fun, let's see, video game movies. I'm trying to think of, the Resident Evil movies. I understand why some people liked it. I get it. I think they were shit.
I liked the first one okay, but that's mainly because I really like Mia Jovovich.
Yeah, I've seen her in a bunch of movies, and for me, she's always been a meh actress. Like, I haven't seen her do particularly stellar, and I don't think it's entirely her fault on that. I think that's a mixture of just some really shitty writing, and...
Are you including Fifth Element?
Excluding Fifth Element. No, she was good in Fifth Element. I
was going to say.
I liked her in Fifth Element. Fifth Element was good. But I'm talking, like, I think she was in Ultraviolet.
Yes.
Then there was... That's her, I think. The whole Resident Evil series. Then there was the Monster Hunter movie, which was really fucking bad. It had great CGI, but everything else was shit. What do you think of the FNAF movie? I give 0 fucks about Five Nights at Freddy's, and I never even acknowledge the movie. Like, I do not care. The jump scare simulator just bores the fuck out of me. It's one of the reasons why there's a lot of horror movies / video games I just can't get into. I get bored. No, like, you want... Okay, so here's the thing. I know some people are into horror games and into things that scare them and things of that nature. Allow me to give you a few horror-ish games that, while some are officially labeled as horror, some are not. Okay?
Okay.
The first game I recommend, if you want to actually get scared, Silent Hill. The first one.
Sure.
Because you hear noises in the fog, and your brain goes, fuck, 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 fuck. Alright? Now, the fun fact that some people may not know about Silent Hill is that whole fog that they put into the game, they did that because the game could not render that well from far away.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the whole thing that made the game scary as fuck was literally, oh shit, we have a graphics limitation. Fuck, let's hide it.
Yeah, I was just watching a video today about like the Metal Gear series, and it's like they had technical limitations on one of the platforms that they originally coded it for. It's like, we can't have too many enemies or bullets on the screen at one time. I know, let's turn it into a stealth game.
Yeah.
And just like, boom, holy shit, these limitations made it, so much better.
Yeah, that is a great example of taking your limitations and turning it into a benefit. Silent Hill also did that.
Yeah.
The next game I want to talk about, Anne just brought up, and it's the first M-rated game on Nintendo. The official M-rated game. Technically, Mortal Kombat got M-rated later, but it was with later editions. And that is Eternal Darkness: Sanity's Requiem.
Yeah.
A horror game that does not mess with the character, even though it is a RPG, you play as a character. It messes with you, the player.
Yep.
You have a sanity meter. Hey, Slayus. Welcome, my golden bunny friend. No, you have a sanity meter. The lower your sanity meter is, the more the game fucks with you. It will like make you think that your memory card's being erased, that your TV's being muted, that you played a demo of the game.
There's a fly on your screen.
Oh, there's a fly on your screen. That it seems almost fucking accurate.
Yeah.
It's just like, what the hell? The game just messes with you. It is great. If you've never played it, get a GameCube emulator, play the fucking game.
It's not really scary. It's just one of those that...
Rubia, this is my streaming partner I was talking to you about. Yeah, I noticed. I know Slayus. I've talked to Slayus before. I think he's been in here before. Alright. So it's Eternal Darkness: Sanity's Requiem. Once again, it's good at giving you a feeling of unease as you play the game. Alright. Another great example of a horror game that did really well, even though technically you can't get it anymore now. PT.
Okay.
So I think it was for one of the Silent Hills. There was a trailer. That's why it's called. It's just called PT, playable trailer. And it was you were walking through a hall. You keep walking through this hall on repeat because like you can go through the hall and through the house in different ways. But anytime you go through so many set doors, it sends you out the door you originally came in.
Gotcha.
And so it's an endless loop, but each loop you go through, something in the house changes. And it gets creepier and creepier and creepier until eventually something kills you.
Sure, makes sense.
And it's not the same thing that kills you every time. It's like whatever, like the mirror can kill you by something reaching out the mirror and pulling you into it. There's like the stove lighting you on fire or something. The ceiling fan falling on you, whatever. So PT is definitely cool, but you cannot get it anymore. You cannot download it anymore. And PlayStation 3s that have PT now sell for $2,000 to $3,000 a console. I shit you not. Because you cannot download it anymore. And if you have had your PlayStation 3 hooked up to your PlayStation account or to the internet at a particular time period, Sony purged the game from your system.
Oh.
Alright? They're no longer doing it. It's not like an automatic thing anymore. It was just for one particular week or month or something like that. If your PlayStation PT was on your PlayStation 3 or 4, it would be purged from your system. So, Slayers, that means your PS4 is worth several hundred, if not thousands of dollars. I forget what it's going for on eBay these days. I know that, like, the highest selling one was, like, almost $3,000.
But that one also had a couple other rare games on it.
Yeah, it did have a couple other rare games on it, but not, like, impossibly rare, like PT.
It was an interactive teaser for a Silent Hill series game, tentatively titled Silent Hills, that was then canceled.
Yeah. Yeah, so there's PT. The next game I want to talk about is... Give me a second. Phasmophobia. Alright. Phasmophobia. Have you heard of this one, Gamera?
The name is familiar, but I've never played it.
All right. So the premise of Phasmophobia is you are... Hey! Engine Woman's done with work. Woohoo! Phasmophobia is... You ever seen the show, like, Ghost Hunters?
Yes.
Picture that, except the ghost is real and trying to kill you.
Yes. Okay.
That is the premise of the game. Your job is to identify what type of ghost it is, and you're usually... That's the main objective. And then you get secondary objectives of, like, take a picture of the ghost, get it to turn on the sink and create dirty water, get it to walk through salt. You get a series of random secondary objectives. Now, the game does listen to your mic. Now, it's not like Alien Isolation, where if you're breathing too hard, the ghost will find you and kill you. Callion goes, yep, and then also if you take a photo of the ghost for a perfect game, yeah, often you'll get one of the common secondary objectives is take a picture of the ghost. But what it listens for is what you're saying, not how loud you're being. Because when you go into the house you're in, like a back of a truck, in the side where it has all your objectives, it also tells you the name of the spirit. If you say the name, and it's usually like James Bob or Bob Smith, or you know what I mean, some common name.
Yeah.
If you say the name, every time you say it, there's a little hidden meter that you can't see that's called the haunt meter. That's when the ghost can kill you. Like it's hunting you, trying to hunt someone down and kill them. Every time you say its name, that meter gets a little bit more full.
Gotcha.
Every person in the house makes that meter go up faster, at a faster rate. So, there's all kinds of stuff. And the more you're closer to the room it prefers, the faster that meter goes up as well.
Okay.
And there's all kinds of things. Like some ghosts you can scare away with like a crucifix, and then when you use it, the crucifix is suddenly glowing red. Sometimes you have to burn like sage and incense and shit and scare it away. So there's that.
Mark literally went into the house and started yelling at the goats.
Yeah, someone I know, I think you remember me talking about Marshmallow. Or Marsh for short. His solution to Phasmophobia is he tells everyone to stay away from him, all right? And he'll go into the largest room in the house, or not even the house. Sometimes it's a school, prison, whatever. He picks the largest room in the haunt area, and say the guy's name is Bob Smith. He'll go, Bob Smith, you a bitch. And just keep insulting the ghost until eventually the ghost gets pissed off and haunts him, and then tells everyone to take pictures of the ghost before it kills him.
Wow.
I mean, it works. You get a picture every time, but he doesn't live.
That's a pretty good tactic.
If they're quick enough.
Oh yeah, if he's quick enough, he can avoid the ghost for long enough. Also, something which we're proved while we're playing it is if you have a female ghost and ask, "Are you a child?" it will walk through the dots. Yes, one trigger is saying the ghost name, and hunt, hunt, kill, kill, I'm scared, etc. Yeah, it's just... Marsh did a funny way of doing it, and it worked for him. I don't know.
Yeah.
It is what it is. It's weird, it's bizarre, but we love him for it. It's just like, Marsh, why? Why is this a thing, buddy?
That's pretty entertaining, yeah.
Huh?
Those things are the cuckoos. Those are terrifying.
Oh, Anne doesn't like the cuckoos from Zelda.
It's because you didn't tell me. You told me to throw the chicken off the cliff.
Yeah. Callian says, also asking the Ouija board how many pickles can they stick up their butt causes them to answer, and then they get pissed off. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I don't like cuckoos. Come from the person who told me, throw the chicken off the cliff, you'll get something out of it.
Yeah, I told Anne to throw the chicken off the cliff, and she did, and then suddenly the cuckoo death squad came after her.
Yeah.
There is an offshoot of, by the way, Phasmophobia called Forewarned. All right? It is essentially Phasmophobia Egyptian style.
Oh, I think I've seen, oh god, I've blanked on her name.
Melissa in Denial.
Melissa in Denial play that, yes. Thank you.
That's a common game she plays. It is a very fun game. And like Phasmophobia, instead of like a variety of locations, you're always going into a tomb. The tomb is procedurally generated. Slay Assist means security don't know the game or the developers at all. Wow, you know the developers. Cool. That's a neat thing. I'd like to shake their hands because their game is fucking amazing. But no, so much like Phasmophobia, things of that nature. Then I get to what I call the king of horror, or should I say, not horror, terror. The king of terror without being a horror game. Alright? Gamera,
Okay.
would you like to guess which one this is?
No, I don't have any idea.
Alright. Gamera, I have a question for you.
Uh-huh.
Do you have Thalassophobia?
I certainly don't, no.
Would you like to have Thalassophobia?
I can't say that I'm interested. No, thank you.
The game I'm about to bring up, I think you know now. It's Subnautica.
Yeah.
Subnautica is amazing at terror, not horror. Horror destroys the senses. It basically makes your senses want to clam up, you want to curl into a ball, and you just don't want to interact with the world. Okay? That is what horror does. That's what jump scares do. That's what gore horror does. It does all that. Subnautica, terror, the definition of terror is it wants to expand the senses. You want to pay more attention. You want to listen harder. You want to look around more because you are afraid that there's something out there going to fucking murder you. Although Ghost Leviathans are fucking beautiful.
Reaper Leviathans, goddamn terrifying.
No chance. I scream enough as is with horror. Today I did Crimson Snow, and I think the dogs in the neighboring town could hear me. That's fair. No. Kalyan. Subnautica is worth playing for a multitude of reasons. One, it's an exploration game. It's an exploration crafting game with a story that encourages you to escape the planet. It has a great story. It's a wonderful thing to play the first time. If you've never played it, play it on stream. Alright? But definitely put the no spoilers tag in your stream.
People hate the reverse.
Alright? But there are moments where the environment of the game, not just the critters in the water, the environment of the game itself will encourage you to be scared. Like the Blood Kelp Reef gives anyone I've ever spoken with at least a little pause. They're like, this is a little creepy. This is weird. I don't like this. I'll be on alert. Alright? That is... Yeah. Yeah, and there's also giant expanses of open water, which you'll look down and you can't see the bottom. Yeah, that's normal. Alright. The only other thing I recommend is... I know that this part of the game has been ruined for so many people, so just keep that in mind. The Void. You don't have to go into the Void. If you stream the game, you're gonna have your chat tell you, oh, go into the Void, there's all these wonderful things, or go into the Void, it'll be funny, it'll be cool, whatever. You don't need to. No, you don't need to go into the Void.
Nothing in the Void.
There's nothing in the Void but death. Okay? Just... I did not have the Void ruined for me, and I went into it and annoyed the shit out of me because I lost a ton of resources in the process. And it pissed me off. I was like, and I had to put down the game for several days because of that. The secret lost treasure of the Void? Yeah, no, that doesn't exist. Yeah, the hidden Eldritch Horror boss. That's accurate, somewhat.
The further into the Void you go, the more Ghost Leviathans pop up.
Yeah, so it's max of this many. But yeah, no, Subnautica is great at terror. It is honestly one of the best non-horror games that has scared the everlasting fucking bejesus out of me.
You screeched like a girl the first time you got chomped on.
Yeah, the first time one of the Leviathans got a hold of me, and you'll know which one I'm talking about when I say got a hold of, I screeched like a fucking teenage girl. Nothing is more terrifying than signing into Discord and seeing 100 messages. Buddy, you should see my email. My email's worse. See, other fun games that have given me kind of issues. I'm trying to think of.
Metro.
Yeah, the Metroid Fusion kind of gave me an alert, especially with the alternate reality Samus thing hunting my ass. That I didn't particularly care for that. That was like, oh, yep, no, don't like you. Fuck that. Nope, no, nope, 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 nope. Oh, this one's officially labeled as a modern horror game, but it's not horror in the sense that it scares you. It's horror in the sense that monsters exist, and that is Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines.
Gotcha.
There is a section of the game where you are going through a haunted hotel. And it actually is scary. Because, like, random objects will fly at you and all kinds of shit. Hey, AP! AP is here. That was my first game.
Hello,
awesome.
AP.
Traveler.
That's a good game. The only problem I have with it is it has a lot of bugs. I haven't played Demonologist, so I can't say anything on that. And welcome, Zenny Barbatos, to the tavern. Grab yourself a mug of ale, pull up a chair, have fun. Don't fireball my goddamn tavern. No, I haven't played Demonologist. I've seen it played. I can get why it's scary. Some people find it scary.
Observation. This is a great opportunity for slaughter.
How do I want to put this? It doesn't seem scary to me, but that's because I find it more intriguing than scary. Does that make sense, Gamera?
Yeah.
I mean, have you heard of the game and what it's about?
It seems like I've heard the name, but again, it's not one I've played.
You are a mortician, and the body you're basically doing what you need to do as a mortician to, has a passenger.
Okay.
And you have to deal with that before it kills you.
Right.
So, fun times. So either way, there is that. I'm looking for the games I've played, so that way I can tell you which ones I actually cared about. That actually gave me a little bit of a fright. Plague Inc. is on my slightly unnerved list, but mainly because of my wife. She's a little too effective at killing everyone with diseases. Naturally, the Aliens vs. Predator games for obvious reasons.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, SCP Secret Laboratory. A free-to-play game that basically goes, hi, there are like eldritch horror monsters that are hunting your ass down. Have fun. Good luck escaping. Have fun escaping the prison, kids.
I was watching somebody play one the other day that was basically you're a guy who works on an oil rig and something gets drilled into in the deep, and it's essentially like a Cthulhu-like monster that takes over somebody on the rig, and you have to try to escape.
Sakurai is working on a episodic web play on Spotify based on SCP. Yeah. Which is fine. That is cool. Secret World Legends will give you pause. I don't know if I shouted out You'll Raise Slayus, but I will shout you out again.
Still Wakes the Deep. That's the one that he was playing.
Secret World Legends is modern horror. It has some scary moments for some people. It depends on what you're afraid of. So there is that. Let's see, anything else that stood out that was like, oh my god, this is not fun. Like I'm always looking for the games that gave me pause. Not like made me like afraid, but like I sat there and went, not liking that.
Sure.
There's a few episodes of Star Trek Online that are kind of scary because they put you in the dark with just a flashlight and said, have fun. Like, your phaser may not work, so good luck.
Right.
Someone asked me once if I was afraid of Vampire, the game. Like, did anything in that game scare me? And I'm like, not really. More like the enemies annoyed me more than anything. Anything else? I'm looking. Barrow Trauma is fucking frightening, but that's more of the game's design. Oh, XCOM series, the fucking chrysalids. I don't like those.
Yeah, I can imagine you wouldn't.
Yeah, fuck that in particular. So there is that. Let's see, what else? I don't remember ever playing Galactic Civilizations 3 for 86 minutes, but apparently I have.
That could have glitched or something.
Yeah, who knows? But yeah, those are all the games that kind of gave me pause in some form or fashion. So there is that.
I don't tend to play games for the spooky value, but yeah, I'm familiar with some of those. And like I said, I watched this guy play Still Wakes the Deep this past couple of weeks, and that one looked really well done. I'll say that.
Yeah, and that's... No, excuse me. I choke on my fucking lungs. Oh. I just realized all of these buildings over here don't have temperature control. That is a problem.
Whoops.
Puppy, you're fine. Alright. Anyway. Let us... Oh, hey. That's not supposed to be up. Let us spin the wheel.
Yes.
Single environment game. Okay, so when we say single environment games, we were talking, like you're entirely in a snow biome or like a forest biome, or basically you're in a single style of environment. All right. So not Minecraft. Like, for example, Minecraft has many biomes. That doesn't count.
Right, I understand.
So, like, for example, and this is both for tabletop RPGs and video games. So, like, there was the books in 3.5 that were the single biome books.
Yes.
Like, Stormwrack was the ocean one.
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to remember what the winter one was. Hey, TTV War. How's it going, buddy? Same with you, Ginger Gaming.
Was it like Frost Burn or Frost Rack?
I think it was Frost Rack. That sounds right.
I can probably find out here.
Yeah. But yeah, there was that one. There was a desert one at one point, but that one didn't do very well.
Oh no, the C one was Storm Rack.
Yeah, I remember that. That was Storm Rack.
So, let's see. Storm Rack, and what were its cousin books? Sandstorm and Frostburn.
Frostburn.
There was also Cityscape and Dungeonscape.
Right. And those are single environment books, all right? They were written very well. They gave you a lot of cool options for those environments. Especially Stormwrack. Stormwrack did a really good job.
I was I was a fan of those supplements. Those were handy to have. So, yeah, I was very pleased that they released books like that.
The only one I had any issue with was the desert one. It didn't seem to have as much in it that was unique compared to the other two.
Okay.
Or the other three, sorry. And the cityscape and the dungeon one was kind of like, I felt like those could have been also better.
Yeah, I don't have as clear a memory of those being handy, so.
Yeah.
So yeah, the single environment in tabletop RPGs. You know, this can be a campaign setting where you essentially have, you know, all the action takes place in one country or region, so you have a consistent environment. You can have stories maybe like based on the stuff at the wall in the north in Game of Thrones. Like if you did a about the people who've taken the black, a story about them, you could be focused in like an Arctic type environment.
Oh, I'm glad you're doing well, War. I appreciate you being your friend.
And those kinds of games can be lots of fun. I'm trying to think the last time that I ran a single environment type RPG, though.
I don't think I have in a long time.
Yeah, I usually have a good bit of biome diversity, but like the idea that I've got for my next game is essentially going to be largely ocean-going exploration. Now they will get off on islands and land to explore, but you know that would be something that was largely focused on like an ocean environment.
Which is fair.
Yeah. I was also thinking that this relates to our last topic, the horror games, because a lot of horror games take place in a single location.
This is true.
This is one of the ways they make you feel constrained, isolating the character or characters, and that can be really effective.
Yeah.
Look at the first Alien movie. You know, everything's on board that ship.
Yep, everything's on board the Nostromo. Yeah.
So yeah,
I mean,
that it can be very handy for horror games in particular.
Oh yeah, it's a good horror game thing. It's worth looking into. Definitely worthwhile. Welcome home, Ange. Remember, if you've had a rough day at work, just look at your picture of Sephiroth and be happy. No, like, single environment games, I feel do better in video games than they do in tabletop RPGs.
Okay.
From at least my experience. I've played in a few single environment games, but they just... how do I want to put this? They never seem like it's really that good. See, there's the Empire, and I don't want to be friends with the Empire. Is a psychic shock lance any good? Not really.
So have you played in a TTRPG campaign that was single environment?
Two in particular that come to mind.
Okay.
Keep trying to cost them into our collab. The two that I've played in, the first one that comes to mind is World's Largest Dungeon.
Okay. Yeah, Mega Dungeon.
Yep. I did do that campaign story for a while. I did a half-orc barbarian in 3.5 involving that campaign setting. And I carried a lot of wood on me initially. Because my idea was use the wood to start the fire and then burn bodies to use as fuel.
Okay.
Hey, we cooked our food.
Sure.
It worked. I played in that game for about 4 months before I ended up having to move from the area.
Right.
So, didn't necessarily work out. The other one that was a single environment was... I remember. I don't remember if it was Arctic or desert. I remember water was an issue, though.
Okay.
And I cannot remember if it was cold or hot in game. And the only reason why I don't remember that well is because it was a Pathfinder game, and I happened to pick a race that was immune to that environment.
Gotcha.
So, like, it never really became a problem for me. Yeah, Ange is excited for D&D. Yeah, that's something I forgot to mention in my announcements. August 30th, everybody. We are doing Traviel 5th edition on stream. It'll be a Friday at 7 p.m. If you miss the stream, you can always catch it later on YouTube. Because I upload the videos to YouTube. I need to get off my ass and do a TikTok video about that campaign as well.
Sounds like a plan.
I'll eventually get to it sometime. But yeah, Angel Woman is one of my players. She's going to be playing an Elven Rogue. So that'll be fun. Yep. I know AP and Melissa and Denial have both tried Traviel, but they couldn't get into the game at the time.
Mm-hmm.
It happens. So I remember that. But I've been trying to get a streamer game going, and I think I finally accomplished it.
Cool. I hope it goes well.
Yep. But yeah, for single environments, that's mostly what I did. The second one, the other reason why I didn't stick in my head very well is because I played it for maybe a month. And then I kind of had a falling out with the DM and some of his friends.
Yeah.
Because they were kind of dicks.
Yeah.
So it was just like, okay, yeah, I'm good. But yeah, that's single environment games.
Like I said, they can be great, especially for horror, just to enhance the feelings of dread and containment. I'm trying to think. The last time I played in a single environment game, obviously one-shots are often single environment games just because you don't have the wherewithal to kind of move around more. Most of my current Cthulhu game has taken place in London, though they have actually made a trip out to the English countryside once, so I might expand their horizons a little more in the future. But it's all been in England, and the south of England at that.
Fair enough.
But I can't remember before that if I had a particular single environment game. I don't run horror as a rule. Call of Cthulhu sort of being a horror game. I mean, it is a horror game, but I'm just running the pulp version, which is considerably less horror.
Yeah, less scary, more, Indiana Jones.
You're much more likely to survive trying to punch something in the jaw in Pulp Cthulhu than you are in regular Cthulhu.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if there have been any other standout, single environment games, but nothing's jumping out as far as what I've run. Yeah, that's probably what I got for right now.
There we go. I was gonna say, I know there's a way you could do that.
What can I do with raw penderite? I can smelt it into scraps. Okay, cool.
Alright. Hey, the wheel's actually getting to a point where the topics aren't like tiny slivers.
Yeah, we can add some more.
I'm sure. The Bard Seduction trope. Oh god. The Bard Seduction trope. Alright, so those of you who don't know, there is a trope that basically Bard is horny on everything. They're the thirstiest class, they try to sleep with everything. They're the ones that go, I want to seduce the dragon. All that shit. That is the Bard Seduction trope. Hey, Mez! Sakurino just went, yes, we are. I mean, what? Oh, there's D-dubs. AP, kill the bot. Yep, there we go. AP doing her job as the great mod. Kill it! AP with her bot hammer. It has a smiley face on it, so you know it's friendly.
Yes.
Alright, so I have done the Bard Seduction trope once.
As a player or as a GM?
Player.
Okay.
It was a oceanic piratey adventure.
As I was trying to tell you, there are no bullets left in this gun, you see?
Against my moral compass.
Your f***ing moral compass is a roulette wheel!
Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
Why is it doing that? Okay, I need...
Every syndicate in the city wants your head on a stick.
Observation. This is a great opportunity for slaughter.
The game in particular was like a piratey action adventure, kind of almost pulpy pirate.
Sure.
And so it ended up being kind of fun. We were having a blast. So I played a character that I wasn't overly serious with. And it turned out to be a, fun time. I had a blast with it. The character I played was a bard. He slept with everything, including the captain, which was a female captain. He slept his way all the way up to essentially first mate.
Right. Yes. First mate, second mate, third mate, and he was just all the mates.
All the mates. Yeah, he was constantly just sleeping with everything that had a pulse. And I played him as very... How do I want to put this? He was male, he identified as male, but he didn't care if it was male, female, non-gendered. It's fun times.
Yeah.
But he refused to force someone to do it. And I never used charm magic to accomplish that goal.
Yeah, of course.
So there were limits that what he would do. That doesn't mean I wasn't rolling bluff, diplomacy, and intimidate and sense motive every fucking game to at least sleep with something.
Okay.
And the DM, she was just laughing the whole time. She was just shaking her head like, this is absurd. I'm like, you approved this character. I could have easily played something else. I am totally fine with playing something else. You don't like what I'm doing, you have every right to kill him. Because there are plenty of jilted lovers out there that would probably stab him if they ever ran into him.
Yeah.
She did have on several occasions, I had a Jack Sparrow moment with the character. If you remember the one scene where he goes to some sort of dock town and these two ladies walk up to him, one of them slaps him, and he's just like, he goes, I remember what, he goes, I'm not sure what I got that for. And then the other lady slaps him and goes, I do remember what that was for. That whole scene.
Yeah.
I did that. The other one was where he slapped the guy that was always traveling with him. So that happened a few times. And she thought it was like she took great fun in the fact that I didn't get upset that my character got slapped. It's like I kind of expect it. It's gotta happen at least once in every town. But here's the thing. It's okay to do the Bard Seduction trope if your DM's okay with it, the other players are not weirded out by it. Double check with everyone. If that's the character you want to play, communicate that. Alright, because that's important. You need to tell them that. Because if you play this kind of character and you're dealing in a group where someone has, say, an emotionally abusive ex, you are going to have issues.
Yes.
Alright? Don't do it. That's one of the reasons why I put that on the talking list, is because I wanted to bring up that exact point.
Okay.
Is basically make sure you communicate this kind of character concept you have in mind. Because if you don't, it will end badly.
Yeah, I mean, I think that goes with anything that has, you know, sexual or sexual adjacent overtones for a game. You want to make sure that the GM and the rest of the players are on board for that being an aspect. For the record, I've never done the horny bard trope just because it doesn't interest me as a character type to play. I have had players kind of lean into the horny bard trope a little bit, and you know I'm happy to indulge that to a point. But honestly, yeah, I can take or leave it. I don't think it's necessarily an inherently negative thing. It can be entertaining if done well, as long as it doesn't, you know, monopolize or scandalize anybody in the group.
Fair enough. By the way, remember how I said there were other races in the game?
Yes.
In Rimworld? Meet an Impid. They can spit fire. They have shit immunity. They don't heal very easily. They're very fast, though. They're unhappy all the time. They hate the cold. They love the heat. They are minorly fire resistant. They hate melee attacks. And the rest are just looks. Which is they can't have beards. They have horns. Orange skin. They're not good with plants. They're not good with animals. They're essentially little demons.
Okay.
That is one of the many races you can play in Rimworld. Which, by the way, for those people who are in the audience, you can redeem the colonist button, and you can put yourself in this game. If you want to do that, let me know. I can actually pull up a list of all the races in Rimworld, because there's quite a few. Because, let me see, the xenotypes, they're called xenotypes, not genotypes. Yeah. There's baseliners, hybrids, or a mixture of two. Welcome back, Papa, I can tell, because the place is on fire again. There's dirt moles, which are basically dwarves. Genies, you remember the engineers from the Alien series?
Yes.
Kind of like that. They're good at machines and doing all kinds of crazy shit, but they're not good at being social. High mates are elves. They also psychically bond with whoever they first romance. And they're not capable of violence. Huskars are the Space Marine guys. They are dependent on go juice. And they don't get any side effects from the drug, but they require it to live. Impids are fast runners that spew fire. You have Neanderthals. I don't need to explain those. Pigskins. Pigmen. Yeah, your colonist hasn't set fire to the place yet. Wasters. You remember the Death Corps of Krieg?
Yep.
That. The Yetikin, which are basically fur-skinned humans. Congratulations, you're a furry. And, or werewolf, if you want to go with that. And then the last one is the Sanguiphages, which are, you're a vampire.
Yeah.
You don't age, You're nearly deathless. You have multiple special abilities, but you need blood and a special catatonic death rest, and you don't like the sun. It doesn't kill you, it just makes you unhappy.
Yeah.
Where are you going? Jesus Christ, homeboy, you need to sleep. Do you not have a bed? Could have sworn you have a bed. There you go. You! Go to fucking sleep. I'm gonna send you back. Because your sleep is almost empty. Your recreation is almost empty. Like, goddamn. Like, get some fucking sleep. Like, God, some people are just like, please go to sleep. Like, right now. Oh my God.
Goes for the skull throne!
Speaking of someone who should be asleep. Hey, Inquisition. How's it going? Get some goddamn sleep. I swear some of you, like, seriously just hate the idea of, like, laying in bed and sleeping. I don't understand. Alright, so that's the last one I can do there. Because if I go any closer, I'll be right up on the water's edge. That means if I build any more houses, I'm gonna have to build them northward. Okay, can you please just go to fucking bed? Your sleep is 0, your recreation is 0. Like...
Before you die.
Go to sleep before you die.
Sleep or die.
God damn. Oh, that made me twitch. Like, I had to hold my breath there for a minute. No, he's just gonna complete... Why? Why are you like this? You know what? Fuck him. If he wants to literally sleep himself to death, by all means, have at it, home. Have at it, homie. It's your choice now. God damn it. Oh, we got geothermal power finally. Yay! That's a floodlight. Hyperweave. Genetics. I mean, I could start fucking with people's genetics.
That never ends badly.
Yeah, no, never. Fuck it. How could that go badly?
Alright, I need one more of these seeds to replicate, and then I should be okay.
What do I need for this? Oh, the multi-analyzer. Okay, I don't have that. Oh, yeah, there's mech tech, which I was waiting for standard mech tech. I need a signal chip for that. Poppy, hush hush. It's almost 9, bud. You can wait.
Yep, we got 9 minutes.
I will research sterile materials because I will need that. The problem is I need to send people out for colonies. And I need certain basic ones first. And I don't know if I could do a good one with that. So I think... I don't want to send Papa out because I grabbed him. Kevin's good with animals. Then we got Konzo here, who's an intellectual and social. Wooden roller coaster's no joke. Ouch. I mean, Teal's good with plants. I wonder if I can send him out to do a farm I don't want to send him out by himself, though. I know I have extreme break risk. Jesus Christ. I could send him out here. And I think I need at least 10. So maybe send him with 2 droids. And leave 3 here. That might be my ideal plan. Form a caravan, go there. And we'll grab... What is your skills again? Pretty much everything worthless. I know you're social and intellectual, but I don't need that. I could use you to defend the colony, though. Oh, you don't have a weapon. That could be fucking helpful. I'll give you a bow. Kevin has a bow. Peel does not have a weapon. Oh, you can't fight. Never mind. Alright. So while this is going on, let me see who's on to raid.
Gotta plan that raid.
Yep, we gotta plan the raid. Oh, by the way, if you're wondering what race you want to do, that is the Rimworld races. The complete list. Alright. Alright, so the person, the raid tonight is Scorch McNarly. They're playing Fortnite. And they're literally... I'm watching them dance on stream. Whatever. Whatever floats their fucking boat. Let them have at it. Alright. So, while we're watching our people do their thing, if you are one of my many tavern visitors, please use the following raid message. If you are one of my tavern patrons, please use the following raid message when we raid Scorch. And if you missed most of this stream and you want to go back and watch it, please go to my YouTube. The link is down below. And you can catch up on all the various things
there we
I have
go.
done. Fuck you. May the fleas of 1,000 camels feast happily on your lower regions.
It's just funny to listen to you when it sounds like your spine is curling up like a pill bug.
Yeah. Anne suggested I mail you a camel spider.
I'm pretty sure you might have trouble with that. Sending living vermin through the mail.
Actually, it's legal to mail a camel spider because they are actually also a pet.
Okay. I'll just keep an eye out for any mysterious boxes.
That move?
Well, you'd have to send it in a secure, box-like package.
Yeah. Anyway.
And then I would just set it on fire.
Just set it on fire. You know what the military protocol is, by the way, for camel spiders?
No.
Throw a bucket over it.
50-gallon drum.
Preferably 50-gallon drum.
Uh-huh.
It's illegal to send pets in the mail. Is it?
It's legal to send certain kinds of animals through the mail, but I thought that insects and vermin were not allowed. I know you can mail chicks.
No, you can mail some insects.
Okay.
Insects and reptiles can both be mailed. But no, they take a 50-gallon drum, they put it on top of the spider, and then 4 or 5 guys stand on top of the drum. They lift it up slightly on one side, toss in a frag grenade with the pin pull, and then keep the barrel down.
That's literally in the SOP for
That is literally the SOP for the military involving camel spiders. It's literally, we're gonna hit it with a fucking high explosive.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Alright, anyway.
Seems like overkill.
I mean, welcome to the military. Everything is overkill.
Yeah.
We'll kill the spiders. That's not overkill. That's reasonable.
Anyway, I want to thank everybody for coming tonight. Join us tomorrow for Wildcard Wednesday, where I believe it's Final Fantasy VIII again. Checking the schedule right now.
I thought you were heading back to Hades at some point.
Oh no, it's Hades this week. It's Hades this week. No, next week is Hades. This week is Final Fantasy VIII.
Okay.
All right. So Final Fantasy is tomorrow. Join us for that. Please make sure you're taking care of yourselves mentally and physically. That's always important. And I know you come to my wonderful, resplendent tavern for the witty banter, but you stay for my fuck-ups. Until then, toodles.
Toodles.
Evil Ruby, Mad Hatter's life. On Twitch we sail, come join the dive with games and chat and tales untold. In Ruby's realm, let the fun unfold. Oh, Ruby streams with laughter bright. By the glowing screen we set our sight. From fantasy realms to FPS fight, every stream is pure delight. Evil Ruby, Mad Hatter's alive. On Twitch we sail, come join.